As part of our transformation plans following our merger, Poole Hospital is becoming the major planned care hospital site and Royal Bournemouth the major emergency care site for East Dorset. This work is already underway following our critical path. The critical path is a sequence of moves to get to the end state. They are critical as delay on one step can make the whole programme slow down. The pathway is the series of moves to get to the planned and emergency hospitals whilst maintaining services throughout. The following information is only the high-level main changes. Spaces for support services, clinics and admin are not covered here, but they are also being looked at to ensure clinical services are supported. For most moves, there are building works involved to make the areas fit for purpose. These can be from 6 to 24 months and longer for the major theatre build at Poole and the MCEC building at Bournemouth. For simplicity, the moves shown in a moment are the date of the moving in. Therefore, please bear in mind the emptying of areas and construction period in advance of this. In 2021, this shows the current position of services across the two sites, and I will work through each year showing the relevant moves. Current Poole services are indicated in orange, Bournemouth are blue, and pink indicates where there's a new service or build. 2022. We are piloting a new rehab ward on the Poole site. The antenatal unit at Bournemouth will move across to Poole. It's been agreed at the Clinical Assurance Group that it will consolidate onto a single hub site at St Mary's. The treatment and investigation unit at Bournemouth is on a ward which will return to a bed base. So one issue to address is how to provide the range of services outside of a ward setting and how both TIUs will link together going forwards. 2023. The theatres block is completed at Poole and the first 4 theatres on level 2 become operational. 3 of these support the trauma service in the first instance. Later, all 4 theatres will be used by elective orthopaedics once children's have moved to allow second stage recovery to be built. The new pathology hub will open on the Wessex Fields site. At this point, the Bournemouth laboratories and some Poole services will relocate to the new building. Pathology services at Poole will continue in line with the Essential Services laboratory model to serve acute testing at the Poole site. Surgical offices move out of the decant ready for the new surgical admissions unit build. 2024. The new beach building at the Royal Bournemouth site opens. The new modular build opens on the site of the current catering department. The modular build will house the new catering facilities, 3 theatres and theatre support areas and 3 standard wards. The maternity moves from St Mary's to Bournemouth. Antenatal also move across with maternity. The Bournemouth Emergency Department moves into the new space. The Critical Care Services, ITU, move in, using about half of the allocated space. The Children's Ward also moves in. Children's outpatient services, including the child development, relocate. Trauma unit status switches from Poole to Bournemouth at this stage. Emergency gynaecology moves from Poole to Bournemouth. Emergency ear, nose and throat and facial services move from Poole to Bournemouth. Trauma orthopaedics moves across to Bournemouth. And conversely, elective orthopaedic goes back across to Poole. At this point, these services are in their final destination and Big Move 1 is complete. And the main entrance, patient and visitor centre, opens on the RBH site. Haematology and oncology inpatient services move across into the refurbished first floor of what used to be pathology, and the ground floor becomes a modern ward. The surgical admissions unit moves to its new location. New wards are opened to achieve the required numbers of beds. 2026. This is Big Move 2, the major reconfiguration. At this point, the emergency take beds for medicine, frailty and ambulatory care expand at Bournemouth. Frailty and medicine move across from Poole to Bournemouth and those services join up. Critical care also moves across from Poole to Bournemouth into the new building. ED also moves across to Bournemouth to form a single service in the new building. More beds open on the Bournemouth site to get to the required number of over 1,000 inpatient beds. Level 1 at Poole is refurbished, allowing the opening of an additional 4 theatres and admission and recovery space. The vast bulk of elective operations will now be undertaken on the Poole site. Major ward refurbishments are ongoing so as to improve the size, layout and privacy and dignity for inpatients. A private patient ward will also open at Poole. The Poole 24/7 Urgent Treatment Centre opens so that patients can continue to walk and attend for urgent care needs. Refurbishment of the pool laboratory is also completed at this point. 2027. The community beds at Pool go into the Philip Arnold unit. New offices are created on the Pool site and Pool becomes the corporate services headquarters. The Phase D of theatres will be completed. Sterile services will be upgraded, although the exact year and level of refurbishment or new build will be assessed through the business case process in the coming months. All information is correct as of December 2021 and will be subject to engagement and finalisation of option appraisals and business case approvals.